I just can't give it up. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy D Nally, aka Don Squally, and today we are back at it with the first official snowplow video of the season. So I got the G35 snowplow warming up. I'm just gonna clear that off. We got hit with our first, I want to say, major snowfall. It's not serious. There's just a couple snow drifts over here close to the truck, some snow drifts off the side, and I cleared a big drift here just by the front doors. So we're gonna jump inside the G, get it fired up, warmed up and everything like that. We're gonna clear some of these snow drifts. Not the biggest snowfall that this car has seen, but it is pretty heavy, and there are some areas that are relatively deep. You guys know the deal, taking you for a rip with me just because I built a G35 snowplow and I feel like I want to get as much content of this thing out on YouTube before I get rid of it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, clear the car off right now. We'll get you guys set up on the dash mount there and see what this thing can do, man. Okie dokie. So front window's a little fogged up, so I got you guys on the passenger seat headrest there. So I don't know how good your view is going to be here, but away we go. Let's put on my gloves here. It's a little bit chilly. Okay. So I usually take a couple of passes from where I'm parked to clear myself a nice area to drive back and forth, because this is still a two-wheel drive G35. Even though we got the chains on here, there are limitations to what this thing can do. I mean, surprisingly, really been impressive so far out of my year ownership. You can see we're digging down to the gravel there. Now I made some little slider feet. These guys here, if I need to. If the gravel's too soft, I'll throw these on here, and those will kind of keep me from scraping down to the dirt and tearing up the gravel driveway, but I think today we shouldn't need them. It's usually just over here off to my left is where it gets a little soft. So I just move as much of the snow off as I can. Like I say, it's just a couple of drifts here, so nothing major. I also busted off my driver's side wiper, scraping the ice off. That's kind of the reason that I like having the plow, because if I didn't, all this wear and tear and stuff would be on the Tundra as opposed to the G. And well, I like to keep the Tundra as nice as possible myself. Felt us digging down there. But I run this thing with the traction control on. Now if I ever get into a sticky situation and I need to really give her shit, I can turn the traction control off, and that gives me a little bit more spinning, which equals more traction, because the traction control on these things, especially with the LSD, can really limit what you can do with this thing. So like 90% of the snow goes off to this side here. And I don't know if your angle's good. Oh, we just hit something there. Digging in. It's the one thing you gotta pay attention for. It's just when you start hitting the ice and stuff underneath. Because I've broken this plow a few times right off of the actual mount from hitting pieces of ice or gravel and stuff like that underneath the snow. But I've learned the limitations. I've done a few repairs on this thing, and I'm pretty confident in where it is right now. When I first built this thing, I was kind of unsure. I'd come out here midway through a snowstorm just to clear off the driveway as much as I could. But now I'm pretty confident that this thing will just kick ass. So I usually let the snow completely fall on the ground before I come out here and start clearing stuff away. And we're just pushing it basically off the edge here onto the side of the my property. Get most of the stuff that was in front of the garage doors. I'll push off to the side here before I start working my way down from the street. Because over here, I used to push the snow the first couple times. First few videos I made after I built this, I pushed the snow across the street into the ditch across the road, but I don't know how my neighbor across the street feels about that. I don't want to, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. So now I just push everything from the street up and then off this edge right here where you see me putting stuff right now. It all goes either onto my backyard or into that little area where we're stacking stuff before we started here. And there's a big drop here about 3 or 4 feet. I always got to be very careful not to go too far off the edge there. And, so I guess I'll back drag. Now this plow's not really that heavy, so back dragging can be a bit of a challenge, but I like to try anyways. I could stack it over here where these bricks are. I don't know if you guys are even seeing anything out there yet, but yeah, it's just that area, there's not really anywhere to drain it. So if I do pile it up over here, it'll basically have to it'll have to drain across the driveway, which I try to avoid doing whenever possible. Just because if it drains across the driveway and then turns to ice, obviously, my driveway is like a skating rink. And I don't play much hockey in my old age. So I think what I'm going to have to do here, I'm back dragging this, but I don't look like I'm getting too much. So I'll back drag as much as I can, push it off to the side here, and then whatever's left I'll move off to the side. So it's a bit of a process. I've learned really the easiest way to do this, where everything goes, how to manage it. It took me about a year to really figure out the easiest way to do it. But like I say, now I'm just very confident in the rig, confident in where everything goes. So even there was one year, I think last year, we went on vacation. I think that was our Florida trip. We went down to the States for a couple weeks, and when I came back, big mountains where the plows had, basically blocked us in on the driveway there. And this thing was just, didn't skip a beat, man. Kicked some major ass. So now I can back down onto the road and start pushing stuff up this way. Just gotta turn this thing around. So you got the heated seats going. Be nice if we can get some of that heat on our feet. Oh, my feet are getting a little bit cold. So yeah, the thing about today, not a whole lot of snow, but lots of heavy drifts, and it's kind of crunchy. Like, it packs really quickly without a whole lot of work. So that can be a problem too. If it packs up and it's too heavy for the front of the plow, obviously that can be a problem. Now this, coming up this hill is where I actually broke the plow blade off. Right here, it dug in. It was too much snow and I had a little too much speed going. And we had to do a big major repair. I think that was probably the biggest one. I do have a video of that incident where the plow blade broke right off. and I did some emergency welding. Now the problem is, obviously, I'm working with a very small welder far away from the house on an extension cord, so you don't get very good penetration. So I gotta heat the metal up red hot in order to get that metal to stick together. But like I say, confident in the way this thing's performing, confident in how everything transpired as far as the repairs go. And yeah, as you can see, it's pretty effortless. Again, I don't know how much of this is actually going to be coming through. My phone's going to turn off because it's too cold. Hopefully not. It is a little chilly out today, but up and away, baby. Nice and easy, nice and easy. It's coming in the driver's side here. That's pretty cold. It's so cold out. My temperature says minus 30, but I'm pretty sure that gauge is broken. So cold, I got the defroster going here, full blast, and the window is still frozen. So again, I don't know how good your view is gonna be of what's happening here, but oh man, it is getting nasty out here. Very windy. Christmas Eve, by the way, so I don't know when this video is gonna be going up. Probably a little after Christmas, I'm sure. Woo-wee! There we go. So I mean, that's a pretty significant pile of snow right there. I'm gonna turn this mammer jammer around, push that stuff off the edge here. Again, traction control on, LSD, tire chains, works itself out. I haven't really been in a situation where I've had an issue. Now this is a big pile of snow here. We might have to take this one in a couple hits here. Like it ain't a thing. All right, well, I'm gonna put the camera down, touch up a few areas here, and when I'm done, I'll let you guys know what it looks like. And yeah, we'll probably put an end to this one. Alrighty, so I don't know how the wind is here, but that was a success. Piled up decent amount of snow. That'll definitely get bigger as the winter progresses, but G35, I don't know, this thing just surprises the hell out of me. Didn't even break a sweat. Actually quite the opposite, because I think I need to top up the coolant in the G because it's not blowing any hot air. That's why the windshield wasn't defrosting. But yeah, man, again, not sure how the wind is here, but that's a clear driveway. I'm getting ready to go inside, have a nice hot shower, make myself some lunch. It is chilly. So, with that being said, I am your boy, Don Squally. And as always, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Seen lots of off-road G35s, lots of off-road 350Zs, but nothing that's pushing snow like this thing is, man. So that's pretty much it. Freezing my ass off. I'm getting inside. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. We're gonna catch all mofos at the next one, man. Party!